Ladies and gentlemen, car nerds and speed addicts, today is the day. We officially have a C8 ZR1, a true American beast, mid-engine, twin-turbo, yes, they listen to me, twin-turbo track weapon. And just wait until you hear and see the details on this car. It is mental. When the C8 burst in the scene in 2020, it was the most hyped car we'd seen in a long time. And it didn't disappoint. It blew us all away with the capabilities and engineering. I personally saw a huge growth on my channel buying one and building it into a record-breaking 1,500 horsepower monster. And that was just the base version. Then 2 years ago, we got the Z06. With none other than a flat plane crank 5.5 liter LT6 pushing out 670 naturally aspirated hush puppies. Oh my god, I'm taking the Lamborghini! This walking the Lamborghini! And your girl got to be featured in the launch, commercial, and documentary, so of course I had to buy a Z06. Your girl is also the first one in the world to twin turbo Z06. In fact, I think I even twin turboed my flat plane crank C8 before Chevrolet did. And now we have the king of the hill, the ZR1. So I was gonna do this super cool transition where I walk out of the shop and then I'm in Miami and the ZR1 is right there, but I couldn't make it. So you guys are gonna get the reveal and my thoughts from here. So the footage you just watched in real time, I haven't seen it yet. So this is going to be my first reaction on the ZR1, genuinely. Brother, it's still under the tarp. I'm waiting for the sheep pole. That wing looks insane under it. Go faster, go faster, go faster. He's going so slow. Oh, so cool. So here it is. We will start off with a rip. So I hope you're sitting down for this one. Twin turbo, flat plane crank, pumping out a whopping 1,064 hush puppies. 1,064. That's more than 2 LS7 engines. That's like having 1 LS7 engine per bank and then some. It's crazy. We're already at the ZR1. It felt like a year ago the C8 came out. Now, getting into credit card debt is super easy. Getting out of it? Well, the system's set up so you know. If you're struggling with credit cards, personal loans, collections, or medical bills, then PDS Debt can help. PDS provides a service to match you with debt solutions tailored to your financial situation. They have customized options for anyone struggling with debt. If you're making payments every month on your debt and your balances aren't going down, PDS has solutions for you. Everyone with $10,000 or more in eligible debt qualifies, and there is no minimum credit score required. Bad and fair credit accepted. There is no need to live in debt forever, so why not give PDS Debt a try? Stop waiting and start saving. Get a free debt analysis right now at pdsdebt.com/Amelia. It only takes 30 seconds. Again, that's pdsdebt.com/Amelia. Take the step towards financial freedom and let PDS Debt do the hard work for you. Thank you, PDS Debt, for sponsoring today's episode. Now, let's get back to the video. I'm a big fan of the C8 platform, and the ZR1 is basically as if my Stingray and a Z06 had a roided out baby with more aero. I mean, I did twin turbo my Z06 for a little while and she was a ripper. And it is cool to say I had the world's first twin turbo flat plane crank Corvette on the streets, even before GM did it. So you guys want to see what the ZR1 is all about? It's been 5 years of rumors, hype, gossip, spy photos, more spy photos, more spy photos. So let's start off with the most important part, the engine. We have a 5.5 liter twin turbo dual overhead cam flat plane crank engine dubbed the LT7. The most powerful V8 ever produced in America from an OEM. Bald Eagle sounds, James, please. And I also think the first twin turbo V Chevy has ever put in a sports car. Don't at me on the CT6V, that's a Cadillac. But is that right? And I mean, just listen to these bald eagles scream. GM estimated the ZR1 to do a sub 10 second quarter mile. Sub 10 seconds. That is nutty. I had the opportunity to set the official quarter mile time with the Z06 when it came out to an official 10:51, shaving a tenth off of their estimated time. So I'm just saying, being a small human, I am the perfect test pilot for doing it again on the ZR1. But that's not what this car was built for. This car was built to be a track weapon with a purpose-built carbon fiber aero package generating over 1,200 pounds of downforce at top speed. And speaking of top speed, they estimated it to be around 215 miles per hour on the racetrack. I'm sure it's even higher if you want to make it a top speed aero setup like McLaren Speedtail. It might be a fun video for down the road. But for me, what I'm so curious about, what is the Nürburgring time? What will that be? It has to be a sub 7 minutes. Misha ran the C8 Z06 and said it easily had a 7:10 in it. The real question I have is, will it beat the 992 GT3 RS time of 6 minutes 49 seconds. Porsche has more downforce and active aero, but the ZR1 has way more power. I am personally a fan of electric and hybrid, and I couldn't help but notice they didn't opt for the hybrid on the ZR1 like how they had on the E-Race, so that tells me another version is definitely coming. And are you guys ready for a really badass feature? They brought back the split window. Modeled after the C2 Corvette, it was a Larry Shinoda design inspired by aerospace and fighter jets and all that. I did a full thing of him for a Motor Trend show called Super Turbo Story Time. I know a lot about Larry Shinoda and I have such a respect for the split window. I love it, and I love that the ZR1 has it. I'd also like to think that my work on the Stinger helped inspire the ZR1 with my twin turbo the world mentality. I mean, they definitely weren't already working on the ZR1 when I did twin turbos. It's not like they planned for this stuff years in advance. That's probably what they thought it was cute that I twin turboed it to begin with. Yes, I am buying a C8 ZR1. Yes, that means I will have 3 C8 Corvettes. I'm also going to be running out of parking spaces, but there's worse problems to have. There's no pricing yet, but I'm going to guess the starting price is going to be anywhere from $140,000 to $150,000. The Z06 was $105,000. The Stingray was $60,000. I think $59,995. So all specced out with the ZTK track package, upwards of $200,000 for a Corvette, maybe. Anyways, I know it has been a while on the channel since you guys have seen my girl Phoenix. I still absolutely love this car. I drive this car. And there's been a lot of upgrades on her since you saw her last. Like a brand new motor from Texas Speed. A new twin turbo kit. We're now running the production Pites twin turbo kit. We also now have brand new clutches in the car, as well as a new tuning strategy. But I've been driving this car pretty often, and I do want you guys just to enjoy her like I do. So, cold start for all of you. Never gets old. And remember, folks, always drive in track mode. No check engine lights. She drives like a dream. Just a little so you can hear her. But you know, one thing I haven't done in a while is launched her. Good luck traction, because it didn't exist. They just spun tires the entire time. Now, the thing is, and why you don't see it on the channel, is because I'm not trying to go take this to the track to run low 9s, high 8s. If I go to the track, I want to put this in the 7s. And I just don't think transmission tuning is there yet, and I'm not ready to completely strip and gut the interior until we're closer to that. So in the meantime, I'm just gonna enjoy her as a street car. I promise you, when we're closer, we'll be back out there. Oh, that turbo. So that was Phoenix. I think it's time now to drive Nemo. Can I just take a minute to appreciate how freaking cool this is? To have Phoenix, to have the GTR imported from Japan, to have Nemo, what was my twin turbo flat plane crank Z06, to now naturally aspirated all the horsepowers. I just tripped out on what side I should get on for a minute because of that. But let's just appreciate a flat plane crank naturally aspirated Z06. Alright, let's go drive this. Traction control works really well on the Z06. I have it completely shut off on the Stingray. Alright, now let's try it. Traction off. One more. She got a little squirrely there. That was fun. This is actually with the stock exhaust. I put the factory exhaust back on the Z06 because I was planning on selling this car, and then when push came to shove, obviously I didn't and I couldn't. But for the right price with the ZR1 coming, no, this is VIN20, it's a very special model. I just don't think I'm ready to get rid of it yet. But if I were to change anything on the Z06, it'd be to change out the white wheels. I think I'm gonna take the wheels off and have them powder coated bronze. I think the bronze with the orange, sun-kissed chef's kiss. Quick update on the Z. Engine, transmission, and rear end should all be showing up at the shop tomorrow, so it's gonna be a busy day. Subscribe to the channel if you don't already, and comment below, let me know what you think of the ZR1. Ecrew, we out here with love. Bye! You guys like horsepower or hush puppies? I like hush puppies. We could go by duck power. How many ducks equates to a horse? 5,000 duck power does seem pretty cool.